Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are back, y'all. Now, this one is about to be a little bit different on the business of pleasure because I have two of Bedroom Kandi's top performing pleasure experts on the couch today. Give it up for my BK sisters, Serenity, and we got our girl Anisha, who is also known as Parties by Anisha. Yes. Clap it, clap it, clap it, clap it. This is the season for love on the business of pleasure right now. And I always say during this time of year, because Love Day is what I call it instead of Valentine's Day, because whoever you love, whether it's yourself, your person, your homegirl, just a day for love is right in the middle of love for Black history. Mm-hmm. So I just call it for the love of month, for the love of the culture, for the love of the community, for the love of everything. And I really want to kind of give them a taste of what it's like to have BK experiences, and the best people to give that to them. Okay.
Period, Pooh.
We are talking to Georgia's top two performing consultants right now. So I need y'all to listen in because they know what they're talking about. And before we kind of kick into gear, I wanted to kind of have a little bit of fun because I know sometimes people watch the show and they're curious about doing the business, right? But they feel scared about whether this is something that they can do. So I thought it'd be fun to kick off this party with you guys as actual example of like how you might introduce yourself in a party room or, you know, in an event if you were actually trying to give them the full Bedroom Kandi by Serenity or Anisha's experience. Okay. So whichever order you guys would like to go first, but I would love to, you know, kick us off.
So my intro is always, I come in and introduce myself. And I always thank my host because the hostess is why we're there, right? The hostess has brought these lovely people together. And so she's the focal point. And she's the one that's going to get all the goodies at the end of the night.
Right. That's
she's
true.
She's going to get extra goodies for the party, for the people at the party to make all the nice purchases. Right. So I come in, I do the intro by introducing myself. I thank the hostess. And then I'm going to start doing this thing. So at the beginning of all my parties, I say, hey, Bedroom Kandi parties are a safe place. When I come do my Parties by Anisha comes and do a Bedroom Kandi party, this is a safe place. So we don't yuck on anybody else's yum. You know, if I start talking about anal once that's an out and it won't do none of that, okay? Mm-hmm. This is a safe space. But what I'm going to start doing for 2025 is what I heard you guys talking earlier.
At Bedroom Kandi, we listen and we don't judge.
Right. So that's going to be the new thing.
The new intro.
2025, okay?
Yes.
Because if that is not the truth.
It is.
Listen.
We define it.
We have all kinds of walks of life within Bedroom Kandi. And period, there's just like, if I'm at a party right now, I'm going to say throughout this party. Right. We all come from different backgrounds. We all are different shades of brown or lighter than that or whatever, right? So we do not judge. We do not judge. So that's how I begin my parties.
It's so funny because before they had that, I used to say I'm like the real Planet Fitness because, you know, when you go to Planet Fitness, they say it's the judgment-free zone. Oh, yeah. But low-key, people watching the workout. So I'll be like, so I used to say, unlike Planet Fitness, this is a real judgment-free zone. No shade, Planet Fitness. but I love the fact that that's a trend now because we literally have defined it. So, Miss Serenity, thank you, Anisha.
Yeah, so I'm Serenity with Bedroom Kandi, and the way I like to start my parties off is just telling people the real. Hey, I'm Serenity. I'm one that like to have fun, and why I have fun, babe? I like to get my funds, okay?
Period.
So I like to party, and I love getting paid to do it. So why not get this money with me? Okay,
straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point, and clearly it's working.
Yes,
clearly it's working because these ladies are working the business and have been doing so for a while now. And I just want to first of all take a moment this new year to give you guys flowers because one thing we're very big on this platform is we know that we are pioneers of pleasure, and that's why we're in the business of pleasure. But people don't always understand that just because we do a business that's fun, that it don't still take some real blood, sweat, tears, equity, roller coaster. So I really want to recognize your commitment to your brand, to your business, and to Bedroom Kandi, and thank you for paving the way for anybody who's looking right now. You can see that we all different shades, different ways, different everything. But the one thing we all want is a little bit of pleasure. Yes. A little pleasure.
Yes. Maybe a lot of pleasure.
Just a lot of pleasure. I know. What the cup said on the table right here. You know what I'm saying? My sexual preferences often. Okay. So, okay, I love that. So now what I want to kind of help you guys make some decisions around. We've been helping you this season. It's the love season. It's the season to celebrate your culture and your pride. And we want to help you do that with BK. But we understand that sometimes, you want to dive into loving yourself, whether it's on the care side or the pleasure, intimacy side. And you don't always know where to start. Bottom line is we want to help you make the right choices around these products. So we're going to get our hands into some BK just a little bit. Yes. Now, some of these products you guys may have seen or heard about, but the thing I love most, and I would love for you guys to tap in on this. I find that anytime I hear somebody talk about a product, I hear an approach or something that they do that is not something that I might use it for or may have thought. So you'd be surprised that the way a person talks about each product is different. So you never know. Absolutely. So that's why I said, let's talk about it together, because maybe you would have got some tips that you could tap. I mean, Valentine's Day about to be a long weekend, y'all. We need to get through the marathon.
Days.
Yes, it's a 4-day weekend. We have to get through the marathon. And we do got what you need.
Yes.
But I'm just curious. I'm definitely going to be all up in my sister's business. So, kicking into gear, you know how we typically do a BK experience is we like to take them from the bathroom to the bedroom.
Gotcha.
Okay. And what I would love for you guys to kind of speak to, because we got plenty of stuff on the table. Some of them are for men. Some of them are for or unisex. And some of them are strictly, for people who might enjoy playing in makeup, whatever the case is. Mm-hmm. And we're all coded.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One of the things I love that I see the consultants in our community do is that when Candy Coated Cosmetics dropped, not everybody was a makeup expert.
Mm-hmm.
But we were still trying to figure out how to move this makeup. Because I know personally myself, I'm learning. Yeah. I'm improving my skill set. But sometimes I'll be watching a little 1-minute video and they be showing you the technique and I watch it, but I know I ain't about to learn or do none of that.
Right.
So how do you guys introduce Candy Coated at a party?
Well, for myself, I just wear it. So again, just like you were saying, Kasha, I'm not a makeup person. So I'll put some, I work from home. So, there it is.
You ain't even got to get cute all the time, right?
And I don't feel like it. Okay? So, I'm not a makeup person. I don't, wear a lot of makeup, but I'm YouTube University. So when I want to do a thing or two, right? When I want to do a thing or two with some makeup, I pull out my Candy Coated. I put on that YouTube University, one of these makeup tutorials. And the way that I introduce it to my parties, I don't have a display of Candy Coated, just being honest. Mm-hmm. I don't display Candy Coated at my parties. I just wear it. Mm-hmm. And then I talk about it. Okay. Because you don't have these products, you don't have to always have it physically in your hand to talk about it. I'm a product of my product. So I'm going to wear it.
Billboard.
Right. I'm going to be my walking billboard. So tonight, this evening or today, I have on date night. And that's lipstick on my lips. And then I love the concealer.
Okay.
We also use
the finesse concealer that we have.
The finesse concealer, right? And I always like to say I like to contour my nose. Okay. I want to contour my nose. I contour my nose with the concealer. And I love the eyebrow.
Okay.
I love the brow. So I contour my eyebrows with the concealer also.
And then just basically tell them what you got on.
Yeah.
That's
I tell them exactly what I got on. Yeah.
So basically, for me, I'm just like Anisha. I like to wear it. And as you can see, I got some big voluptuous lips. Mm-hmm. So I like to play with the colors. I like to put 2 colors on my lips. And when people see it, they ask, oh, what, I like your lips. Thank you. Oh, this is Candy Coated, baby. Like today, I'm wearing my date night for my outer liner. And I have our new black cherry for my inner.
Yeah.
So, kisses.
Black cherry date night sounded like a good time with that one. I love that. It's so what's so interesting to me is that we find really cool ways to reinvent and reimagine the things that we already have at Bedroom Kandi, because a lot of our stuff is really useful. And date night happened to be one of the most popular colors in our Candy Coated collection. So I want to ask you, Serenity, if you can grab the tube that looks a little festive with the cuffs and the whips, chains.
The cuffs and the whips and the chains.
Just take a look at the bottom of it, and you'll be surprised to see that. What is that?
This is Dark Desire.
Yes, yes.
Goodness.
So Dark Desires is also our collection of products that we have that, you know, sport our little fetish and kink type of things. But we realized that a lot of times when people are trying to give that provocative dungeon vibe look, that they're looking for something that also matches the look on their face, that brings out the energy that they want to bring in a bed. So if you can open that one, Anisha, and scroll it up. I happen to be wearing that color on my lips as we speak.
It's popping, boo. It's popping.
Yeah, I like that.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Okay. I always tell that my boyfriend, I say any version of red on my lips is a sign that I want to
Little slurper
a
burp.
little something. Right. So this one right here, as you can see, it's a pretty bold brick like red.
I like that.
And so it kind of has a dark desires feel to it, but it doesn't have to be so dark like our illicit for somebody who might not who might not want to go with a dark black or a bright red. And what I love is earth tone colors off of bright stuff. So just like you guys, I don't always put out a full-on display of these types of things either, unless I'm having a pamper party or something like that. Then I might actually, you know, spell it out. But to me, I'm just about like, what's the energy you want to walk into the bedroom with? Because you can give that energy just from
face.
Okay.
Right.
But also when I step out my house, my confidence, just how I feel on that day when I know I look good. You can't tell me nothing. So I hope you guys are falling in love with this the way I am, because baby, I haven't started looking at myself since I put it on.
and being, again, remember I said I work from home, right? So I am dying to try this when I go into one of those meetings, okay? Because, you know, I got to give confidence through a little camera, okay? And I'm going to give you confidence on these lips.
Period.
So, yeah, I'm ready for it.
So I know that we're all wearing colors that kind of, if you put us close, you know, you kind of see. We all kissing in some sort of shade of red, brown, purple, these kind of hues that come out, which are really good mood colors for when you want to set the tone and mood. The colors that you're wearing, also a very sexy color on your lips, that is a new color, guys. This is brand new, so you guys who get it will be amongst the first to have it. And that is, give it up.
Black cherry.
Ooh, the blacker the berry,
the sweeter the juice.
Y'all know I'm dark skinned at heart. I tell people, I've been saying that since I was a teenager. You know, they give us too many bad stereotypes about us, like a light race.
Yellow people.
You know how many people have said things like, you know, I know you just got a stuck up attitude.
Yeah, like y'all was automatically bougie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I grew up eating farina too. Corn, cream of wheat.
Babe,
eggs and rice too. Like, don't get me bougie now.
Oodles and noodles and all of that.
If I'm acting bougie, it's because I earned it. Right. So, and we are so funny with our names because bougie is the name of
oh, wow.
Just thought about that. Yeah.
I think it's perfectly fine if sometimes you're stepping into that energy. It doesn't mean that that's who you are, but we're all entitled to sometimes convey something a little bit more than the understated self that we give. And then a lot of times with love and relationships kind of being the main topic you're hearing people talk about, I feel like the singles get left out.
Yeah.
And for me, if I'm being totally honest, before I went through the pathway of losing weight years ago and all those type of things, confidence was something that I always had about the skills that I could do. But there was a point where solo, I had to really learn how to re-love myself. And a part of that process was putting on makeup, putting on body stockings and stuff that it could dress up the fupa. You know what I'm saying? The fupa was fupa and okay. But I just love that a huge part of what we do is helping people understand how they can express themselves colorfully.
Yeah.
And then what you're speaking about confidence, when I first started Bedroom Kandi, I was not confident in selling, talking to people.
Really?
None of that. I know it sounds, kind of crazy.
If y'all, this personality right here, this personality trying to tell me she was not comfortable.
I am so serious.
Really, Serenity?
So what started it was actually when we started the Candy Coated collection.
Really?
I'm not a makeup wearer either, but thanks to Candy Coated and Tay,
Shout out to Tay Renee. Yes.
I went to that class and I actually learned how to do my own beats. So courtesy of Bedroom Kandi, it boosted my confidence level on a whole nother level because baby sister be out here giving it.
So we know that we far from the days now.
Yes,
we can definitely feel it.
We far from that.
I love that.
So build confidence over here.
Yes,
all over.
Definitely.
And you know what? I loved what you said. You mentioned even Tay Renee. Shout out to Tay. A lot of you guys know Tay Renee is Candy's makeup artist, and she does a lot of other celebrity beats. And what I love most is I did not expect years ago when I first came to BK that I would have access to so much people who gave, the information or came in who thought being a consultant was going to give me access to a celebrity makeup artist teaching me how to lay my makeup on my face or do little quick hacks and stuff like that. So I could completely relate to that because, makeup in the 90s and the 2000s was a little less complicated.
Yeah. Everybody looked like
pain.
Walking morticians.
It was like either you was a supernaturalista or you had the like you said, the kind of what's the word that I'm looking for? Casket ready.
Yeah. Casket ready.
Kind of look to it. And so we started getting creative and defining different parts of the face, which I love. But at the same time, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to keep up with that? I'm so used to just taking a foundation, doing that, get quick eyeliner, little.
I wasn't like straight, no knowledge of makeup. None whatsoever. And now when people ask me, they was like, oh, who did your makeup? And I'd be like, me, why, something wrong with it? That'd be the first. They was like, no, you did it. And they're just as shocked as I am that they're complimenting me on my makeup because I'm really...
We're kind of one of those people. So you know what I also love is that we don't just introduce people to ways that they could build their confidence to appearance. We introduce people to ways that they could kind of maybe up their intimacy with simple things. And we also have things if you're really trying to up it up.
Vibe, right. Positive vibes only.
But I find, and I'm sure you guys have, and I would love to know your advice on this one, what you would share with the listeners. When it comes to phasing people into intimacy products, we have, I think, a lot of products that kind of ride the cusp, meaning it could be used for just like a body care thing, but also could be used for like a pleasure care thing.
Right.
Yes.
If you know what I'm talking about. So, we have a few things over there, like our edible candles, and we have our pheromone collection and stuff like that. How would you guys help give advice to someone on how they can transition into introducing things into the bedroom or introducing these type of foreplay or things that might add to the senses in a party that gets people open to it? Because sometimes people are very closed to trying a little something different.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I could start with that. With these edible massage candles. So I don't know if many people know, but I also drive for UPS. And, it can be stressful. So I feel like I'm entitled to a massage. I like my body worked on. It's me carrying boxes and beds up your steps. I'm definitely going to put my man to work on my back.
And thank you for your service this holiday season, especially this past. We appreciate
Sugar. But I revamped from that. But I love these edible massage candles. I put the heat from it. It relaxes my muscle. My man get in there and get it going with his hands and his elbows and things. And then what I love about it, like, I know he's going to take my booty anyway. You know what I mean? So at least I'm already in position where we can go ahead and get the next step with the licking and kissing and the sucking and all of that because it's edible. And the flavors are delicious.
They are. And they're not overwhelming.
No,
because I was apprehensive. I tell people all the time, sometimes people hear people like us who might offer these products and they hear us talk about the positive of them. for me, I'm also thinking about the flip side because there are a lot of products I've tried over years that turn me off because the taste is too much or too this and this and that. And then people are very sensitive to those type of things too. And one of the biggest questions, you know, sometimes you come across is that safe for me to put here or safe for there or, you know, that type of stuff. So BK can be confidence having a lot of vegan products and a lot of products that are natural. But when I tasted it, I was like, oh, this is like very gentle. It's very light on the senses. It's kind of like a little light essence, but not so much that I can't still taste them.
Exactly.
The good thing about things like this and products like the candle, and what you were talking about with taste, is that when you have a party with Bedroom Kandi, a Bedroom Kandi consultant, you get to taste all of this stuff. So it's not like something that, so when I always pride myself on telling my hostess, telling my party guests, that I'm a very, very honest consultant because I don't want you calling me talking about what a Bedroom Kandi by Anisha said I didn't. Okay, we're gonna try this at this party, and we're gonna talk about this at this party. Okay, so at all of my parties, I like to say a touchy feely kind of consultant. Of course, I only touch you with consent. But I do a left hand lick, right hand rub kind of presentation. So I put things on your left hand to lick. It's a lefty licky and a righty rubby. So you're going to taste these products at our parties. Like you get a chance to touch, feel, play, all this kind of stuff at our parties, which is something that you can't do in other places.
No, especially with stores. That was always the biggest the thing.
You don't know
for
what
me.
you're buying.
Yeah, especially with these kind of products. I always tell people this. Think about it. You can go to a shop and probably find a bunch of products in this realm. The difference between when you get a BK consultant and you do a party, or even if you just talk with them one-on-one, you're going to get guidance. Because here's the thing, friend.
Absolutely.
After you open this up right here, after you open this up right here, after you open that up right there, baby, that belongs to you.
That's yours.
Okay. You can't try it. You can't sample it. You can't be like, I tried this. It didn't work out, girl. You want to try this toy next. You can't even regift it. So you want to make a choice that you feel like, I'm going to really enjoy this product, because I would hate to see, you know, a high quality toy end up collecting dust in somebody's, you know, nightstand. So what I always say to people is, you know, we talk about the products, we talk about the toys, and I don't have no conversation about toys. And I know y'all don't either without talking about lube.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
The wetter,
I know the wetter, the better. Okay. The wetter, the better. And I always try to, you know, we have the conversation about the fun ways, and I also want to educate people because they don't realize lube is like a protective layer for your intimate parts. And I've talked to so many women who say, oh, I don't think this is right for my pH, or this person was bad for my pH. And they don't realize that these lubrication layers kind of coat your girl downstairs a little bit with a little extra slip and slide. But there are certain lubes for certain things.
Yes. At my parties, I like to say, lubes are like pocketbooks, okay? You have a different pocketbook for a different occasion, just like a shoe. You wear a different shoe for this occasion, wear a different shoe for that occasion. A lube is no different. Okay?
Look,
I like
different lubes for different
I like to tell them,
occasions.
like, your girl is like your car engine. When you use lube, it reduces the miles on your engine.
Okay.
So, a little wear and tear. You know, you get a little lube, baby. You in the game.
You back in.
Yes. Your engine gonna keep going, baby.
That's why I said every time you talk to a different person, you're going to hear something different, because that is funny as hell. The minute you said it, I was sitting here thinking like, yeah, you ain't got to get beat up too bad.
Right.
Especially if you have an endowed person or something like that, or you like a vitamin D+.
Hey.
And if you don't know, you better go find out. You know? But what I want to ask you guys is, I have 2 lubes on the table. And one of them is our sleek silicone lube. And the other one is our brand new Delicious Encounter flavors. So you guys, we have plenty of flavors lube, but we just launched a brand new flavor, which is a Cherry Vanilla Lube.
Ooh,
right?
That sounds tasty.
And first of all, y'all want to taste it?
Yes.
Look, my whole big girl went off.
I love enthusiastic consent around these parts. They both was like this. I thought you never asked. So this right here is the Cherry Vanilla flavor we have, and it's a water-based lube, right? So this is something you can use with not cheers. Cherry on top.
Ooh. Oh, baby, that's good there.
Oh, I like that.
And you know what I thought about? I thought about when I go to my parties, this is going to be my Usher Cherry Challenge.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I'm going to say open wide. Give a little bit on their tongue.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I like that.
Yes. Because, and I think it's so many funny ways to talk about cherry, because I always tell people at the party, I'm about to pop y'all cherry on a thing or two. You might come in here with some experience, but you're going to walk out of here learning something you didn't walk in.
Yes.
And I'll ask them at the end, what did your cherry get popped on today? Because I always want to know what they learned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fun to kind of have the good time or whatever the case is, but I need to know you had a takeaway. So, in the spirit of teaching and giving that information, if you guys had to give one recommended way that you would make this one here do what it do, how would you instruct a person in your party room to use this?
You know, my fricative going for the shower, baby. Because we lasting in there, baby. It's already water-based.
Water actually makes water. People don't realize that adding water to water-based actually extends it. So I like that you said that. You know what I mean? And then when you're in the shower, it's not that time where necessarily you're submerged in water like a tub. It, you know, you make a little splash on you, whatever the case is. We're not even gonna talk about shower sex because anyway, I just had a moment, right? But I love that you shared that. And Anisha, how would you recommend?
Oh, we're going to have to take this thing straight down below, okay?
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
yes. So that is, we don't have our other product up here, but I would love to demo or even, try with my boo. This will help enhance. So we have a masturbation sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh my goodness. That flavor is it. Like, I really, really like that flavor. So, yeah, we're going to take that down below. We're going to do a little fellatio class at my party. And then I'm going to do a little fellatio class at home.
You might have just changed my little party thing up. Because I do the little lube game. You know, I got a penis and a vagina. We got to make it, work.
Yes, I did that with Candy on an episode recently.
So normally I use chocolate.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to switch the flavor up.
To the Cherry Vanilla.
Yes, I'm going to be Usher.
Oh, I'm doing Usher at my party.
Yeah,
because after they do the finger thing, they can go ahead and
exactly.
show me what you got.
And then they can taste it. There we go.
We getting y'all the skill sets at the party, okay?
It look like we popping cherries up top and down below today, baby, with these new products. I'm loving it.
Yes, black cherry on the lips, cherry vanilla on the other one. So what I want to ask you now is, how might you recommend Sleek? Now, Sleek is silicone, right? And there's a lot to know about silicone lube. I'm not going to talk about it because I know that you guys know. But Anisha, can you tell me a little bit about how you recommend they use silicone lube?
So I always talk about this lubricant as marathon lube, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But I like what Serenity said. I'm one of those consultants that love to hear other consultants talk about products too, because I be snatching stuff. I be picking it apart. So I like that engine type situation because this would be that product.
That would be the one to protect the engine.
So this
hands down.
So our parties are very fun, but they're also very, very educating.
Very
and I love to talk about toy care, right, with the toy cleaner and of course with a proper lube. And the lubricant is really good because of the vaginal tears. So a lot of people don't understand that when the vagina is not lubricated, then you get a vaginal tear, which is going to lead to an infection, right? So we want to
miles on your engine.
Reduce the miles on your engine with Sleek. So again, Sleek is that silicone lube. You have different shoes for different occasions. So you got different lubes for different occasions. This is that marathon sex type lubricant.
Yes.
So, and it's also a self-reactivating lubricant too, right? So say, you're doing your thing in the middle of the night and then you fall asleep and you wake back up, get a little bit wet and
in the morning
reactivates. Okay. So this little bottle goes a very, very long way. And it's super important also to understand your different lubes and the ingredients in it. And so with Sleek, since it's a silicone based lube, it cannot be used with a silicone toy.
Right.
Okay. So it's super important. Again, different lubes for different occasions. So
I would say, and to piggyback and add on that, with the silicone on silicone, it's like the two materials destroy each other. But the added benefit, so I'll say this, that with sleek, you also, I think for anal, if you one person who like,
I was just gonna say that's what I do it for. So I mix it with I actually got it from Bridget.
Okay.
I mix it with the CBD lube.
Okay.
oh baby,
And hit the back door with it.
Okay.
We last a long time.
it
With
lasts.
less
And
pain.
the CBD, that we call it our secret. We always tell
Secret
people
serum.
our secret serum, right? With the secret serum, the CBD is gonna actually help relax those muscles a little bit too. So
And
I
then
also
this lube
say
is a little thicker too. Baby, they go together.
it's even vaginal, because sometimes, like you said, with the marathon sex, you want that kind of comfort, but people don't realize that even like stuff like sleek or like our CBD lube is gonna help somebody who might just be getting back to it. Maybe you had a baby, maybe you was practicing celibacy or abstinence, because I understand this, it's hard out there a little bit. But the bottom line is, when you ease your body back into it, you want to do it with something that's going to support it in the most comfortable way. Right. And one of the things I always share with people, or I ask this question, so I want to ask you guys, right? If you're comfortable answering, right? Certain positions I personally recognize get a stronger reaction out of some people than others. Doesn't mean you don't like the other one, but when you got those certain ones, it's like this the position that hit. Yes. Your body naturally talks to that. But then the other position that's like, okay, this ain't bad, but ain't my favorite, your vaginal consistency might change. Yes. So I would ask you randomly, what position gets you wet, and which position be having you like mid? Like
So I might be a little control freak. So I like to ride. I might ride, and in the midst of me riding, that thing gets super wet, and I get, all these things come about me, and I might just choke you out while I ride.
Oh.
Okay. And that kind of it turns me all the way on.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm taking his power, and I feel like I got it in. I hate to say that, but now he's my bitch.
Oh, okay.
And so,
we now we're having,
when you put that
we
pee
don't
down,
I can't judge because I'm in the same club. Shit.
When you put it down on him like that, baby, it'll be like he gonna get up and cook breakfast like baby boy did. Baby boy stepped there and now, baby, whipping them eggs up in the morning.
Is there any position you don't really care for? We'll come
no, because I'm a work them all.
Okay.
Throw it back, lean it to the side. We might want to lay some BKs in that thing, Oh,
we're gonna make some letters.
Yeah, we're gonna make some letters in there, but we gonna get it.
You know how you know she's telling the truth, y'all? Because when she talk about it, she just lean into the conversation just a little bit. She said, "No, I just want to." When she do that, I know that she's feeling something that she felt before. What about you, Anisha?
So for me, I'm a missionary. I'm dry like this, just like that. It's just, it does nothing for me.
It doesn't do as much for you.
Do anything
okay. What's your activators?
From the back. You gotta get it from the back.
She says you gotta catch.
She like them claps.
Gotta catch it from the back. So yes.
That's funny.
I'm lubricated already.
Just ready. Just ready. That's so funny. So I'm probably I'm kind of like Serenity in most cases. Because I'm a little too ready to go all the time. But what I will say is that's now. It wasn't always that way. And I think that's a big thing too. Our bodies change over time, our awareness. And the more we learn about things, I realized it was stuff I didn't like because I didn't know ways to work it in a way that was comfortable for me. So especially when I was larger, I was like, much heavier than I am now. At that point, riding was the one that I didn't like because I felt like Free Willy on it. Every time I just go up, the whole ocean come down. Boom. I'm over here like, am I killing this? Whatever it is. And they tell you it's in your head because if a person is with you, then likely they like your body. But let's keep it real. Right? It's easier said than done. And a lot of women relate to this conscious feeling of like, I'm on top of you. All eyes is on me. You looking up at me. You this and that. So just that kind of like too much of that contact at that point in time used to make me wild uncomfortable. And that was the position that used to need a little extra assistance. Now.
See, if you choke him, his eyes gonna close.
A little bit.
You got to worry about him looking no more.
Well, I'm going to take you and I'm going to up you because I love a reverse choke. where we choke each other. And so
That's
now
it
I'm
right
on
there.
top of you. You got me. I got you. And we just
never
sitting
could
here.
be overflowing on that one.
Listen, that.
Let me let y'all have it.
We listen and we don't
Okay,
judge.
you're right.
You know?
Right.
But I'm
with
definitely, I'm in the BDSM lifestyle too. And so as a pro BDSM lifestyler, I'm a switch. And what that means for those who are not that familiar is I toggle both dominant and submissive. I can hit the switch instantly and go from one to the other. I can go from sit down to yes, daddy, right? Like that. So one minute he called me and I'm like, what do you want? The next minute I'm like, how can I take care of you, daddy? Right?
Ooh.
And it depends on what energy I'm feeling in the moment. And it can happen even with my children. Sometimes I'm like, go sit down and put that to the table. And he'll be like, baby. I'd be like, yes, honey. Right? So it'd be an instant switch. It'd be an instant switch. Yeah. So I realized, like you said, the thing that actually changed my mind about it is realizing the power that I had and being the one controlling the interaction in that moment. And that men like actually to be submissive too.
They do.
And when you have a guy who's very comfortable with you taking the lead in that moment, then that was the thing that hit the switch for me, and it was empowering. I no longer was worried about how much was coming down on him. I was like, you better be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Oh,
period.
Like, don't die, nigga.
You know what?
Now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And when do you like how it feel? Yes, what? Yes, Enchantress. That's what I'm talking about. You got to call me by my kink name and all that. But truthfully, it's mostly because I realize, and I'm sure you ladies as boss women who out here getting it, a lot of times we're in a role that requires us to lead everywhere else. So we come home and we just want to be treated like how we want to be treated. So I think because I was so leadershipy everywhere else, I was rejecting that in my relationship. And then I got a man who was like, nah, baby, I like when you hit the switch a little bit. He think it's cute when I get bossy.
Yeah.
And all of those type of things. So I'm saying that because in this conversation, it just goes to show the smallest thing can change how you feel about the experience. And the beautiful thing is I didn't have that perspective about it until this community, until I was going to convention, until I'm hearing from these doctors. And they're like, well, ask yourself why you don't like it, or ask yourself why you know. So we get all those questions.
Yes.
I know that y'all, I'll be sitting here like, baby, we're going to have like a support group at a party sometimes because the questions just start flowing.
Yeah.
And I find that the biggest questions come in when we talk about toys,
Yes.
right? People want to figure out, if I like toys, how do I introduce to my man? Or how can I use it with my partner? Or I'm the kind of person who only use clit toys. I never really use an internal toy. I don't know if I like it. I ain't really like the last one I had. So we navigate in a lot of those kind of conversations. And with the toys on the table, we got a few different varieties. I would love for you guys to help me with talking about some of them with the folks. And I'm going to pull out a veteran. One that came midway through the game and just showed up on the scene. Everybody commanded the room. And then also kind of talk about our specially crafted Luxe collection, which is a unique collection at Bedroom Kandi. We call that one like the Gucci of Bedroom Kandi, the Bugatti. It's a little fancier or whatever. So kicking that into gear or whatever the case is, can I just ask a question to you guys? Do you favor internal toys, external toys, both? Two things happening at once? What's your go-to? Were you like, girl, I got to get this off. I got 5 minutes in and out. What's your go-to?
Pedal pleaser or womanizer pro.
So those are external clitoral toys, by the way, that could be used different ways. One attached to the finger, and the other one could be a little suction, pleasure air. Okay, Anisha?
So mine is clitoral play also. So I'm a clitoral girl. Yeah.
I used to be.
You used to be?
I switched teams.
You
Really?
did?
Yeah, I need dual stimulation almost now. So either my partner's penetrating while I'm using a clitoral toy, so I'm still getting that, or I'm using dual stem, or I got a dual stem and a clitoral if I'm not using it. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that.
You know what toy was my favorite before womanizer? It was a Venture Tube. Because it was like no holes left behind, baby. Everything had pleasure. Okay,
I'm gonna use that
no
too. Gotta
holes
use that
left behind.
Yeah.
Everything was pleased.
Well, you know what's
a venture for y'all who don't know. She said no holes left behind. I just got to give y'all the understanding. Adventure is a 3-in-1 toy. So basically, it hits the G spot and it goes internal. It hits the clit and it has a little part in the back that does like grocery licking, because it don't go inside the anal part, but it just keep tipping it. So it's a 3-in-1. I always call it the solo threesome. So I'm laughing because I never heard no holes left behind in my life.
Yeah, never have heard that one.
No holes left behind. It's a new
one
campaign.
good thing about hosting a party with a Bedroom Kandi consultant is that you get that intimate conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So again, we get into like, we have these parties, and of course I say, it's no yuck on anybody else's yum or anything like that. But a lot of people aren't comfortable, openly talking about different things in the party. So we have these order rooms that you have to have. We call it a consultation room or order room, whatever you may call it. But this is where we go talk to you one-on-one. And we're going to talk to you about which products interested you that evening. That's when we go deep into those conversations with some people, right? Sometimes it's some trauma revealed. And sometimes it's just, hey, what best product may suit me and stuff like that. And I get access at a lot of my parties is, what's your number one selling toy? And I'm saying, what is your toy
I was about
preference?
to say, I hate
what is your preference? Like, what is your, and I say, I can tell you what mine is. I can tell you what my number one selling toy is. It's going to be Womanizer Pro 40, hands down, right?
Yeah,
right.
Started me on
It's going to, that's what it's going to be. But we have to have that conversation where you have to let me know what are your pleasures? Like, what do you like, right?
So
do you like internal play? Do you like external play? Do you like anal play? Do you only like nipple stimulation? Like, what do you like? So I have to get to know you.
Hold on. I love that. The last thing you said was, what's yours? Like, what's your preference, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm going to come in with, and what's so interesting, even in this conversation, Anisha, what you just said is still true, right? Because even we're just talking about things we like, and we have differences, and we have things we agree on. And I also find if you don't know what your pleasure is, the best way to kind of think about it is when you are intimate with your partner, what type of things you might like, because then maybe we can find a toy that can mimic a sensation or something like that. But if you happen to be somebody who is celibate or virgin, right? Because we're not going to sit here and act like everybody out here doing it.
Right.
Then you want to go with the toys and things that's going to allow you to map your pleasure and touch in a gentle way. So like you mentioned, pedal pleaser, finger vibes, period.
Yeah.
Now my daughter going to kill me for this. But
we sorry, girl.
I love you. But she, as a Bedroom Kandi consultant, I was ready for the world. I just wasn't ready for my kids. And I have adult kids, but they felt more comfortable with, and all the way down to my boys, they are so comfortable with their sex life, talking to me about it, even toys and things like that. So my daughter came to me and she was like, Mom, I want a toy so bad. What would be your recommendation? The first thing that came to mind was candy pop. Because it's small, you can use it in different areas.
Yes.
She could have actually used it on her partner at the time. So I wanted to give her something that wasn't intimidating to her partner.
Right.
That was still pleasurable for her and her partner. And, at the same time, she can do with her little solo dolo with and keep it moving.
I ain't mad at that. I think we have so many good options for beginners, period.
Yes.
For people who just are trying to discover it. And now at Bedroom Kandi, we have a total of 3 finger vibe varieties.
Yes.
Okay, 3 finger vibe varieties, which allows you to touch. And then on a past episode, we even talked about Make Me Over. All of these are great toys to start with. So I kind of want to challenge y'all, because I said that we had the top Georgia consultants in the building, right? So we're gonna mess with you a little bit. I would love to place a product in your hand, or for you to pick a product that you see here on the table, one of the toys, okay, and give us your best 60-second demo of that item.
Go first.
You can go ahead.
I'm gonna tag in too, but I ain't in the middle of it. And then I'm gonna let y'all choose who y'all think crushed it. And if you can't choose, then it's a win-win.
I gotta go for the splash, baby. So this here is Tidal Wave. We're taking you to beaches and oceans around here, okay, baby? So I love her because she's soft. She's very pleasurable. She moves. So, if you got that inverted, thing going on in your vagina area, this right here, it won't be uncomfortable. What I love about her is, like I said, I have kids. She's quiet. You can't hear her, even if my son roams behind mine. I love the munching technique. Like, I love to get ate on, so why not Pac-Man me, okay? So, with this vibe, we're tidal waves, baby. We're slipping and splashing, baby, and we're taking you to ocean waves right here. So, join the team. Get some splash scones. And, hey, let's take a vacation together.
I like it. The water collection. Yes, it's so funny because I thought Pac-Man when I first saw that. Right, and that'd be Pac-Man in your clit or your G-spot.
Yes. And it feels great too because she's in my collection.
Okay. Now, Anisha.
Yes.
If I had to challenge you to pick one up off this bad boy, which one would you go with?
I'm going to go with the original Dundada.
Okay.
And that is going to be Candy Kisses. Candy Kisses is their very discreet vibrator. I like to call it like your personal bullet from back in the day, right? This baby packs a powerful punch. It's small, but it packs a powerful punch. We're here in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So this is that toy I like to say, you know what? You in that Atlanta traffic and you just in that 5 o'clock traffic and you need to get a little bit off before you get home because you in traffic. Just go ahead on and, do what you do in traffic, right? And I also love to tell people how this is TSA friendly. So TSA will not bother you. You hold it down for 3 to 4 seconds, turn it on, and there's a little flashlight down there. So if you get lost in the bed, it's easy to find.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very discreet. Pop it in your pocketbook, put it in your back pocket, put it, put it
in your makeup bag.
That's
where I travel with Candy Kisses.
So
whenever I take it with me, I stick it right in the makeup bag.
This is that small, discreet, non-intimidating toy. So we were talking about products that you want to introduce to your partner. We always want to have that conversation first, but this is that non-intimidating toy.
Yeah. And it's a good little perineum tickler, a little gooch tickler.
Oh yeah, up under that gooch, make them toes curl.
Be throwing up gas side, baby.
Okay.
We see walking right.
I'm gonna challenge myself here, and I'm going to try to tattoo in the same 60 seconds.
Okay. I know what you're going for.
Oh, I'm going for the big guns.
And then rise and shine.
Now, I was actually gonna pick up a maze.
Oh, okay.
I was actually gonna pick up a maze but I could do all three. Let's see what we could do. I need a clock. I need a real clock now. Listen, Jamie, can you time me on 60 seconds to see how well we can get all three of these in 60 seconds, and I'm gonna see what we can do.
You the go, baby. You got this.
We can try. We're gonna try. What we can do is try.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go.
Okay, I got the battle of 3 toys going on right now. We're sitting here with the Rise and Shine Contender. We got our Amaze and we got our Your Highness. The difference between these is they're used differently. So right here, this is our internal tickler. We're talking about our pleasure kind of comfort tech technology. Is super soft and plushy and it feels like a penis. So if you're the kind of person who like internal, this is going to give you that depth. It's going to give you that girt and it's going to give you a strong vibration. I promise you, baby, this one will shake the room because it also has a body quake motor. But if you're not really the person who just gets off of an internal, we're going to upgrade that. We're going to take it to a dual stem. Now, I know this one don't got the girth and the length of that bad boy right there, but what this is going to do is hit that G-spot perfectly. And its angles to curve right up. And this right here is going to press into that clit like a thumb. Okay, except this one vibrates and it can do different things at a different time. The last one that we come into is the Rise and Shine, which is the couples friendly toy. You can use this bullet detachable or you can take this and put it right around the cock, okay? And use it like the ring. You can hit the clit with this or you can put it behind the balls and let it vibrate the balls and the gooch. You gotta just choose what's for you, baby.
So wait a minute, you telling me I get the D is vibing?
The D is vibing.
Oh.
So with this one, I personally like, we have multiple rings. Y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Rise and Shine is one of the ones that's not my first go-to, but I do have one use for it that I love. Because unlike our other rings, the band on this one is a little flexier.
Yeah,
so when I'm having penetrative sex, I don't want this to be external because I be rubbing a lot. You're rubbing a lot. So I actually think that it's perfect for when you want to tuck it behind the testes, right? So you would put it on the penis, have the testes come out in front, and then it kind of sandwiches the gooch and the testes to give that vibration. Okay. And when they thrust into you, it pushes into them just like that.
Gotcha.
So that guy's getting a lot of pleasure. And then if you want, you can always pop out that vibe. And this is a really great bullet. I will say, baby, phenomenal bullet. And then you can take the bullet directly and use it as a bullet in the moment as well. So rise and shine does have its purpose or its use. When I'm talking about like pleasure rings that I want to use that's going to get me a little something too, then I tend to go for embrace or R&B, which is some of our other vibes, that the ring is a little bit more smaller. It's constricting, more constricting. And one thing I will say, you will never see the veins like you seen the veins on a with a ring. Just think later. That baby be looking like a Snickers bar. You know how Snickers bar be having the chocolate veins.
You know what? Cock rings period is such. I'm talking about, man. I don't know. You man put a cock ring on with me. You might well call me a porn star. We making a movie, baby.
Yes, what I love is that this variety. There's different things that you can experience, and really, it's just like Anisha said. It's about what's for you, right? So this Valentine's Day season, this Love Day season, you see we have plenty of things with a lot of ranges, but it's really about figuring out what type of product spoke to you, what type of uses you might have if you're the anal person, if you're the person who want to have sex all night long on that 4-day weekend or just whenever. You know, I like to be in the bathtub and that's sleek. I didn't even say that earlier, but...
Teach me something.
The sleek in the tub. You can have penetrative sex, but I'll tell you, you can even, your partner could be in the bathtub. If you have a male partner and you just go in there and you put that on your hand and you start hand jobbing that thing under the water.
It don't dry out.
It do not dry. It doesn't dry out. So there's a lot of different ways you can have fun with the different things. The question is, how do you like your pleasure? Okay. But if you don't know, head over to our website and go over to the section that allows you to connect with a consultant. If you hit party and you put in your info, it's going to find the consultant in the zip code closest to you and connect you with them so that they can help set up your party, set up your experience, or just consult with you on a one-to-one basis to help you figure out how to make that guided purchase. Now, what I would love to close out with is we had fun, first of all. Thanks for the gems, because I got some stuff. I got to think of two. She got me ready to choke on my fucking self. You know? What I want you guys to talk about, though, just as we close, this is our Money Making Monday segment. And really, this is where we talk about how our consultants in the business of pleasure have had success or their testimony since being here at BK. Now, like we said, it's been a lot of rolls on the roller coaster, but I would love to know for you, what was your peak part of the roller coaster since you've been here at Bedroom Kandi that you would say is your proudest moment as a consultant?
So for me, mine would be the community in Bedroom Kandi and achieving the #1 recruiting person in the nation for Bedroom Kandi was one of my highest moments. Like I get a lot of awards, you know, with Bedroom Kandi, and achieving that #1 recruiter within Bedroom Kandi let me know that I'm bringing people into this business and I'm building this team. I love my team. My team is Team Allure.
Another one of our Lux products.
Another one of our Lux products. And I absolutely, positively love my team. So, and just knowing that I'm bringing people in that are able to educate, empower, and earn just as I am, it just warms my heart. So I just love this community here.
I love that.
Oh, I guess for me was my first experience just walking across the stage, just accomplishing something. My background, like I said, I'm a single mom, 3 kids, a UPS driver. I've been there for 20 years. So all my life consisted of was work. And now that I actually get paid to have fun, baby, that was right up my alley. So just like she said, the community, you know, just being around powerful women, like the love that's being shown, the gems that's being, you know, thrown at each other. You know, I love it here.
I love that. People don't realize how big recognition is for so many people and how people will work.
Yes.
So today, you know, for just recognition, to be seen. And sometimes you can love your job and you can have a cool job, have a great job, but don't always feel like you're seen or valued.
Because one thing I can say, I know y'all gonna find it surprising, but I battle with depression, anxiety, things like that.
Oh,
so
you want to join our Tuesdays? We didn't know. We could have been invited you to the call, girl.
actually, depression is really my heaviest weight. Even this year it hit hard. That's, a lot of my weight came from that. I lost my sister in May, turned around.
I'm so sorry.
Lost my nephew in June. So, but I can say doing my parties was therapeutic for me. Because, I was able to just be around more positive energy. I'm teaching and I'm learning, because, somebody gonna tell you what their body not doing or haven't done. And now you get to educate them. So I feel happy that I'm actually helping people. And then I actually, I take a lot of backlash sometimes from the church people and stuff like that. But I've had a first lady of a church come tell me like, hey, you may not be married doing what you're doing. She was like, but you have a gift. She was like, the fact that you're helping marriages, because back in the days, people didn't talk about sex, and their experiences and things like that. So now, being in the Bedroom Kandi community, you're knowledgeable, you're comfortable with sharing, information about things. People come to you and tell you about their personal life, and you're able to help. So the fact that I feel like I'm a blessing to others by doing this.
You're part of the solution.
Yes.
You're part of the solution. And you solving your own troubles at the same time.
Yes.
And I would agree the community is the dopest thing at Bedroom Kandi. Not to say our products ain't, because the products are popping.
Fire, baby.
Fire. But during the times where I felt the greatest tug of work-life balance and trying to figure out what I'm going to keep on my plate and not keep on my plate, it's never been an option for BK to be off of it. I'll be like, this gotta go, that gotta go, but BK is staying. I'm gonna find one way or another to keep it present, and I can relate to that. And so, I don't try to drum up too many emotions, but we do that every now and again. And one of the things that I want to say, right, while we're sitting here is, I know that Serenity, you're somebody who I came into contact with, and your bright, bold spirit, but then you was always that Team Allure stuff, right? And the funny thing is, you weren't even Team Allure. And that's one thing about Anisha.
She pick up strays.
Yes. I ain't calling my adopted children, right? But in the sense that the community is not tethered to whose team you're on.
Absolutely.
Because it's more so a support and sisterhood. But I actually was somebody on Anisha's downline when I first came into BK, and we have, sponsors, and I have one upline leader, and you have your next upline to them. So, as you're coming, you get to know that you have more than one support system above you. And she was in my support line. And I'll tell you the amount of times, till this day, that she's still somebody I call in crisis, because what we start to learn is that we're not that different, even though we have differences. And that's what you're going to get over here. You're going to get community.
Yes.
Right? And I think that's the biggest reflection of who Kandi is, because she'll tell you any day that when she started Bedroom Kandi, she wanted this to be something that created opportunities for other. She started off with just wanting to empower women, but now we got some brothers who
got some men on fire, right?
Some men on fire who are killing it out there and are a huge part in the fabric of our. We need more of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have a lot of them there. So I just want to thank you for your transparency, your vulnerability in this conversation, Serenity, and sharing the type of things that you just talked about, because we know that loss is in it, but you got family here who got you. And, a lot of stuff to make you feel good.
Yes.
So what I would love to do now is to ask those of you who have been tuning in, not just to this episode, but to any episode, and been thinking about it, but still ain't act on it. When are you joining us? Because at Bedroom Kandi, we listen. And we don't judge. We want to invite you to join our community. But before we go, we have a very special upcoming event. And the person who has taken it upon themselves to organize this free to the public event, and she's packing it with so much amazing things, is right here in this room. So I would love, before you go, Anisha, tell them a little bit about the Bedroom Kandi Social Affair, a little bit about what they can expect to experience, and how they can end up at the social affair.
So the Bedroom Kandi Social Affair is March 29th, 2025, Saturday from 12 to 6. And what you can expect is social. So we're going to be socializing. We have a doctor's panel. We have 2 panels. I think I'm about to be adding a 3rd one. And so we have a doctor's panel that we'll be talking about the stigmatism of sex toys in our community. Super powerful, okay? Because this is our business. We're also going to be talking about the business, the entrepreneur business, the Bedroom Kandi business opportunity. We'll have selfie photo booth there. Candy Burris will be there herself, taking pictures with people that make different purchases. And so we will have 8 to 9 different Bedroom Kandi candy coated vending tables there where you can make purchases from all these wonderful, fabulous products from some of our local consultants. Some consultants is flying in. Yeah. Kasha will be our panel facilitator. We'll have a DJ. We'll have an MC. And to close us out, we will have a celebrity comedian that I am. Cheekbones are super high.
Yes.
She's flying all the way in from LA. I'm super excited for her to be here. So we are going to have a very, very impactful day. And it's free to the community. So you go to Eventbrite to register and come out and enjoy Bedroom Kandi Consultants, enjoy the fabulousness of our products, and just have a good day with us.
Yes, yes. And for those of you guys who are interested in coming, the link will be right here on the screen so that you guys can find it and register easily. Like we said, it's free to attend, and it's going to be a lot of powerful information, opportunities to explore products and purchase them. So definitely come and join us. Thank you, Anisha. We'll also be the Business of Pleasure. We'll be there. Okay. We're going to be up in the building live talking to the people. So we absolutely want to get an opportunity to talk to you. Thank you, ladies, for helping us have this conversation, helping us figure out what we're doing for this Love Day and how we're celebrating our Black history, whether we're wearing it on our lips, above or
down below.
This has been another episode of the Business of Pleasure podcast, where sexy meets success and where we put the fun in funds, baby. We're going to catch you next time. Bye.